Time for Twins Pod. It's going to be a damn good show. Yeah.
You know, like I'm a classical piano. Like I was just Billboard top 10 for classical piano albums.
That's crazy.
No, but so I'm like legit into art, you know? And I'm like, if I lose my muse,
Yeah.
you know, and that happens when you sell out. Like I had this big book deal and I was calling Lena Dunham a hard C. And, you know, I was with, it was Norton. They did Guns, Germs, and Steel. It was this very prestigious deal I had. And they gave me money up front. And my dad, who was a professor, is like, this is great. And then they were telling me I had to take down tweets. And I'm like, no, she is a C. You know, the guy who took my bike's an N.
Right.
And my dad's like, no, you do this now, and then later you can say anything you want. I'm like, no, when you're on your knees, you don't get up. I'm like, and why would anyone pay to hear me talk if I'm doing it for myself?
Right.
I'm like, I love making money, but I'm not gonna like, because Lena Dunham was saying she wished she had an abortion to all these women. And it was like, it disgusted me, you know?
Right.
She was like, I wish I have had an abortion. I'm like, you sack of shit. Yeah, and I'm like, I'm not going to apologize. I don't do the power game. I understand being polite.
Right.
Where it's like, hey, in this audience, like, you know, don't say this stuff, you know, no problem. It's like, pretend you think something else. I'm like, that's how you get dementia. That's how you get Biden, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Where you lie so much, you're like, ice cream, you know?
Right.
Yeah, women think, well, women's been brainwashed to think that's empowering themselves to do that. They think it's
Killing their own
empowering
family
them.
members.
Yeah.
Dude, it's nuts.
Yeah.
And it causes trauma. That's why they go so hard at activism, because they won't look at the shame. So they like double it up, you know?
Right.
Did you see the men crying? See, I went to the polls. I actually saw several fathers online crying and says, my daughter is going to lose the right
Oh, I saw that.
to
kill my grandchildren.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Doesn't get no weirder than that.
Dude, it blows my mind. Because
That's what a woman's mindset and a man looks like.
Yeah.
and that's why other kids are nuts. You know them by their fruit is so true. It's like you see all these lying billionaire leftist freaks. Their kids are like, my name's Tina.
Yeah.
You know, they're nuts because their dad is full of shit.
Yeah.
You know,
there was
and
a guy up in Canada. He had these huge prosthetic breasts.
Oh,
He was a
dude.
teacher. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Well,
It's like-
I mean, I used to have giant balls because I felt insecure.
Right.
I'm just kidding. Imagine that.
It's
Nuts. It's mental illness. It's like absurd levels of mental illness.
Right.
He was a shop teacher at high school.
Insane.
That's your
shit.
teacher.
Yeah, he's cutting wood.
I'm like, back in my day, they used to just hit us and get drunk. Yeah. I'm like, now you
That is wow. And then he caught the dude out in town. He wasn't wearing them. He only wears them when he goes to school.
because he likes to, because they do. It's like demonic, dude. They want to affect innocence.
Right.
I started seeing that, and I was like, that's because people are like, you're so full of hate. I'm like, dude, I'm very open-minded in my life. I'm an artist, but I saw that behavior, and that's like no tolerance. Where it's they see the joy and innocence of a youth, and they're like, I'm gonna, pride parades are like, it's not about being themselves. It's like they want to do harm.
Right. Yeah, that's the dude right there.
That's the dude right there.
Like, come on, man. Your nipples are hard in those
Dude, it's so funny. As a farmer, I'm like, I could milk that. Because like I don't even see anything as sexual. I'm like such a farm guy now. I'm like, you get 5 gallons, make some cheese.
You know what the craziest thing is about that? Bring that picture back up. The craziest thing about that picture is not the breast or the wig. It's the mask he's wearing.
Right.
He actually think that's going to keep him safe.
Hey.
He doesn't even have his nose covered up.
You know what? Some people saying he's actually a freaking like Republican Trump supporter.
Oh,
and
trolling?
He's
Yeah.
mocking the left.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
I heard that.
Yeah. Some people say he's actually mocking the left. But look at that picture.
Yeah, like making like make.
Why is he wearing that mask like that?
It's like make the left defend that.
Yeah.
It's like
You know what? It makes sense.
it does.
Yeah. They say he's actually mocking the left. But they can't tell him not to do that because they're not respecting his gender and
Those are the
race
real
and stuff.
comedians at this point.
Yeah.
Like
Right.
NASA, I think is a comedy group. You know, I'm like, dude, the merch sales, I'm like 65 mil a day to not go to the moon.
Right.
I'm like, that's fucking hilarious. You know?
Yeah.
And it was founded by Nazis too. Everybody's like, oh, how dare you? I'm like, dude, I used to have a t-shirt that said NASA the earlier years.
Right.
And dude, that type of shit gets people so pissed.
Yeah. I wonder why people. I don't understand people, man. I mean, I guess people have family members. They have a allegiance to NASA, but man, that was a farce. That never happened.
I get, like, I have acted like a lunatic before. I get
We
if,
all have.
I get if people react to that. Like, if I'm like, no, look at me. We didn't go to the moon, dude.
Right.
And they're just like, bro, I can't handle this. But just the idea that we didn't, if they're
Right.
reacting to that, that's crazy.
Yeah,
It's like,
when someone gets upset just because you bring up the opinion, the idea.
Yeah.
yeah, like I never would wear a mask. And they're like,
Right.
no, you have to. I'm like, if yours worked, why? Like,
Right.
I'm not wearing a mask. What are you, gay? And I
do I have
kept
to
calling
take-
everyone gay, too. And they get so pissed at me.
Right. Yeah. Why'd I have to take a shot if your shot works?
Right, right, exactly.
Yeah. I remember when they was coming out with those vaccines. I said, man, I ain't taking this shit.
I
No.
was like, I didn't like how they was forcing it, but I was like, I'm not like 80 years old. I don't need it.
It's funny. They
Take
was
care of
forcing on
myself.
people that already had the virus.
Yeah, that's total.
I react bad to force. Like, that's when people lose me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, oh, I get it. As soon as they're like, no, but you have to for a ridiculous reason. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I no longer believe panda bears are real.
Right.
Like, that's my reaction.
That's the
I
reaction,
never
right?
have an agenda. I just
Right.
see behavior and I'm
Right.
like, why can I not say Uncle John's name?
Right.
Like, did he kill a guy?
Yeah.
No, a lot of black dudes were against the vax because of like Tuskegee and all that shit. They saw through that.
It
American
makes
history.
sense, right? Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know. Once I found out that you could still get COVID and you can still spread COVID, even if you get the vaccine, I was like, you're defeating the whole fucking point. So I'm not
Can
taking
you
it.
really call it a vaccine then at that point?
And I gotta, and there's a risk with everything. There's a risk with aspirin, but there's no risk with this vaccine. There's got to be some kind of risk. So I was like, nah, I'm in good shape. I've had COVID
Yeah, there
3
you go.
times. Why do I need the shot?
Yeah, I'm being more chill because even anti-vax guys can get a little intense too, where every death's the vaccine and
Right.
Yeah.
You get it on both sides.
Yeah.
totally. That's why I'm like, I don't know, but that guy's got crazy eyes. I'm like, I'd better just tap out.
Right.
You know, that's how. Because I get why people would be like, bro, I know you're not a virologist.
Right.
And I'm like, I know, but I can read people, and that dude's being weird.
Right. Yeah.
Man, we got a brand new giveaway. Look at this. 2024 Ford Diesel F250 6.7 liter Power Stroke. Got a stroke in there. 37-inch tires. Look at this monstrous truck. So look how easy it is to get in with the Joe Biden assist step. Man, you know we give away what 20 vehicles now? I don't know. I can't count that high. Over $2 million. Y'all know why we do this, right?
Really? $2 million?
Yeah.
Man, we should have kept that money.
Hey, look at y'all know why we do this, right? Hey, we need to redo our business plan. We do this to give back to y'all. Y'all support us, we support you. We gave away $2 million. Yeah, stop thinking like a filthy Democrat. We Trump supporters. Go to officialhardswins.com. Anything you buy from the site get you automatically. Hit it away. Yeah. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited. See official rules for details. Yeah.